child unfolds from my lap. A tiny bundle of meat, and there is slime and blood and shit, both mine and the child's.
You've been acting strange lately, and it's getting me down.
The birth was an assault against the body by the body itself. I'm relieved it is over, but I did not know one could be ripped apart like that, from deep within, like something vital was torn out.
I had this dream last night, been driving around in my car, the handbrake pulled tight. I've been driving around all night, the handbrake on, it didn't feel right.
I'm afraid that I will hurt the child, that I eat the wrong thing, drink too little, that the child can taste it in the milk and see it in my eyes, that I am completely incompetent. My name is Maiken and I live in Aalborg in Denmark, and I live with my boyfriend Peter and my daughter Vilma. I was pregnant before, but I lost the child. It was a spontaneous abortion, so I wasn't that far in the pregnancy, but I still got very upset about it, of course. And so we really wanted to have a child and try again. So I was very happy and very relieved when I got pregnant with Vilma. I was studying at that time, had a lot of things going on. So I was playing music and writing poetry, and had just published my first book, a novel. And in the end of my pregnancy, I was preparing a performance art festival. My state of mind during the pregnancy was really that I didn't want the child to change my life in some way. Until now, at least, there's not really been room for this story, sort of this narrative where it's all right to say, I really don't know what to do, I really don't know how to love my child, because it doesn't come naturally. And I guess when you've never really felt responsibility like that before in your life, it comes as a shock, even though you're intellectually aware that this is what happens, but you haven't really felt it on your body before. What do you do when you don't feel love for your child? That's just the most horrific thing. Like, who can you tell that to? Parasite comes from parasitos and means the one who eats at the other one's table. An accumulation of material takes place inside of the body's own borders. I look down myself and discover the expanded belly button. It has turned around and witnesses the connections between countless amounts of women. Newborn babies cry when you undress them. The skin meets the air and discovers its own loneliness. Yeah, it was fine. The birth itself, the body did as it was supposed to do, and I think it took 12 hours from the first contraction and then until she was delivered. And then I guess in some way I was just really exhausted afterwards. When she came up to me, like when she came out of me and I had to like take her up on my chest, I had all these expectations of how I would feel. I thought like the love would just be overwhelming, and everywhere in the room, everybody would be able to see and feel this great big love that develops between a child and its mother. And I felt sort of numb, and I felt empty and ashamed that I felt that way, because I thought I was supposed to feel differently. I felt like I did all the right things to prepare myself in a way to motherhood. And then I got this postnatal depression, and I got all of these anxiety attacks. And I felt like if I go out somewhere and show anyone that I'm feeling this way, they'll judge me. They'll say, yeah, well, maybe you should have thought about that before you put a child into the world. Or maybe you should have done better when you were pregnant. Maybe you did something wrong. Maybe you just not fit to be a mother. My heart beats uncannily hard in my chest as I walk above the water. You are a bad mother. Your child should be bigger, fatter, so you should not have to deal with this. Why won't she eat? It is my fault. I am destroying her because she feels me. The fjord offers me an escape. Just lie down here and I will rock you, and I will dissolve you and you shall become me. Somehow it sounds romantic to be dissolved, but I don't think it is. I will become the sediment that I already feel like I am. I cannot bear this. I cannot bear to have become a mother.
In the start, it was difficult to understand and also relate. It's very difficult to see somebody suffer and you cannot really help them. Or I felt like she wouldn't let me help her because she was maybe afraid of talking to me about how she felt. So it was really hard. I don't think that depression, any kind of depression, is the same. There's a lot of, so it has to be up to oneself. But trying to the little things, the good in the little things. If your favorite football team wins, take that to you, and or if you see someone hugging or someone kissing or something like that, then you experience love. Fuck. It still hurts a bit, but
The guilt and the shame of this sort of just built it up, because you're not supposed to say that you don't want to be a mother for your child. Like you're the only one for that person, right? So you're supposed to be the best person of yourself, the best version, and you can't be when you're just sitting there crying and feeling sorry for yourself, and you're feeling like, I need to just power through this so I can be the mother for her that she deserves. And I just felt like I couldn't be that. Sorry. And I couldn't tell anybody, because then it would become real in a way, and I was afraid that everybody would see that I was the unfit mother that I felt like. So maybe they would take her away or something like that. Yeah. inadequacy, the scent of your messy morning hair. Today I give up. To see you stand on your two choppy legs for the first time, a vigor that tears my flesh, your long eyelashes in bright light, the eyes that see everything that I can no longer see but only revisit in yours, your happiness of being weightless in that one moment where the swing is at its highest and hangs frozen on the sky between movement and gravity. I'm caught in your life.
Altså det allermest centrale, det er, hvis man har tanker om nogen måske kunne være deprimeret, eller man er i tvivl, eller man vil vide det, så skal man spørge. Man kan ikke se det. Rigtig mange, for at ikke sige de allerfleste, der har en fødselsdepression, er omsorgsfulde og kærlige mødre, så de passer og plejer barnet fint, men indeni, der har de det forfærdeligt. Så forestillingen om, at man ingenting kan med sit barn, altså den er helt gal.
So I told my mother, and she told me that she herself had postnatal depression with my baby sister. And that was when she told me that she had gone to these groups of group therapy with other women, and that really had helped. So it was so nice meeting people who felt the same as I did in those therapy groups, where it was okay to feel ashamed and tell the stories that wasn't pretty or full of affection or full of the right affection, and learning that it was all right.
I felt that I couldn't help the one that I love, and I kept a lot of my frustration inside in the time until she was well. If something is frustrating you, and you get like in a disagreement, then it's good to take a step back. So we have an agreement that once a week we sit down and we talk. I finally got my girlfriend back, my one true, So that was really nice.
Yeah, it felt like a highway, like just cars going in every direction, and that was how my thoughts were feeling like. And then suddenly when the medication kicked in and started to help, then it sort of just felt like it was going at a nice pace again, like on a bike, on a road with no cars and just sunny day, and felt like myself again. The combination of it all made me finally being able to take care of my relationship to Vilma. I'm just so grateful that I got help. I'm so grateful that I'm finally able to love her the way that I wanted to love her always. Because there's never been a question of the want or the will to love, but it wasn't in me, but now finally it is in some way. Like I feel like it's in the stomach and it sort of bubbles up, and just feels so nice to see her experience life and be her mother and see how she, just see the world through her eyes as well.
It was like we could finally talk, and I could actually see joy in her. So joy is really fucking underappreciated. It's really nice. Joy is fucking joy,